Okay, here we go. We are continuing circular weaving using a hula hoop and what I had on hand, which are strips of old sheeting. 2 flannel sheets, and I can make a tiny rug. I warped it just as I did last week's embroidery hoop, and you can see that the weaving just goes over and under. You can then split these warp strings, and when you do and weave in between, you're going to get a checkerboard pattern, which kind of gives you a different look as you're creating your rug. You can see above where there's a little bit of a checkerboard pattern. That's when you split the warp. And you're seeing here that I'm showing you that the warp is actually 2 strings because that's how you've strung your hula hoop. So you can split it, or you can leave it 1. When you leave it 1, you get a very tight weave. When you split it, you get a more open checkerboard pattern. If you Google circular weaving or rugs with a hula hoop, you're going to see people making them with t-shirt strips, and you certainly can do that. I just happen to like to use what I have on hand, and what I have on hand are plenty of sheets, old sheets. So this tiny little rug can go in the bathroom in front of the sink, and I have a nice flannel rug to stand on. So you can see that I just continued to weave. I did several rows with the split warp and then came back with quite a few rows of double warp. And I kind of like the feeling of the double warp more. It is a tighter weave, and I think it would feel better if you were standing on it. It gives you definitely more cushion. As all of us join Miss Jackie on her new Botetourt County History Detective videos, let's just see what we can do with our craft time in conjunction. And I think next week we'll look at old-fashioned braided rugs. Everybody's grandma probably had some, and let's see if we can create them, because we have plenty of those old sheets laying around that we can use. So let's check in on that next week. All right, you cut them loose from the hula hoops, and then you can either tie the ends and let the little fringe stay up there, or as I think I'm going to do, and just sort of tack them down. I don't like the fringe. See you next Friday. Have a great week.